Hello, can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Oh, jeez. I didn't use my my mic. I didn't see my mic there for a second. Hello, everybody. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, TD. Hello, Vivian. I make gaming content. What's up? Go ahead. Shoot your question. Boo. Hello, everybody. I am here. What's up, Carolyn? I make gaming content. I stream video games. What kind of content do you make? Okay, hold on. I'm just getting TikTok ready. Red Dead Redemption, yep. Can you hear me over on YouTube? Are you guys able to hear me? I'm worried you can't hear me. Okay, you can't hear me. Gaming also? Well, then I will give a fellow gamer a follow. How about that? Or a subscription. Sorry, that's what we call it on the YouTube land. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Carolyn. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Is my... Oh, hold on. You might have noticed that my mouth isn't moving, and that's because my tracking has lost my mic. Sorry, I'm kind of a hot mess right now. I don't know what happened to my microphone. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now my mouth is moving. What's up? Do I play... Is that FNAF? I mean, I might play FNAF at some point because I have a thing going on my Twitch channel where people can donate points, not money, points, free points, to get me to play FNAF. So it might happen at some point if they manage to actually raise the points required. Who knows? But anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? You guys all having a good night? Good evening? Alright, so what I was doing last time, let me think. I gotta remember. I think I was trying to sell some stolen stuff. So I gotta find the fence. There's the fence. So funny. Hey Mint, how you doing? Okay, so he's here somewhere, but he's currently closed. So what I need to do is I need to pass some time. Do I play Roblox? Sometimes I play Roblox. Depends if my friends are playing or not. Yeah, what's up, Kate? What is sleepy to you, Kate? I'm curious. What's up, Mint? I'm doing alright, thank you for asking. You played FNAF in a video too. Oh no, that sounds scary. I don't know who that is, but... Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna make camp so that I can wait until morning. Although it looks like it's almost morning now. I don't know what time that guy opens. Why is there 2 live streams? Because one is for people who are on mobile and one is for people that are on desktop. I want to make sure that everybody is able to watch on whatever device that they want to. Ignore that. He's been so different after the situation. What? Oh my goodness. Dare I ask what situation? I mean, it's none of my business, obviously, but that sounds kind of serious. Yeah, we'll go to noon. God dang it. I had about enough of your shenanigans. I am not going to let people talk like that in my chat. Okay. It's okay, Vivian. It's I'm not what you would consider popular, so it's okay. I'm used to streaming to a small audience. His best friend's name, he's a VTuber. Uh-oh, did something happen to the VTuber? Don't pick on the buffalo. I won't pick on the buffalo, don't worry. Buffalo are friends. If anything, I should have used the binoculars on them because I want to study them. Okay, now we can go. Oh, am I going the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. Good? What should what? You'll get there, Vivian. It takes time. Plus, I've been doing this for about 1.5 years. So, you know, that's 1.5 years of progress right there. But, you know, I saw your channel and you seem to put out content quite frequently, so just keep it up. Should have drawn them like one of your French girls. Can you imagine? Like Arthur draws one of the buffalo like on the... Oh, I ran right past him. Wow, I'm so smart. Arthur draws the buffalo lounging on one of those little sofa things and draws them all in a suggestive pose. Well, that sounds kind of bad, Kate, and I'm sorry that happened. But, you know, I think if anything, you should probably give him time to, you know, chillax and get things sorted. There's a term for that. Uh-oh, I don't think I want to know. What is the term for that?
Remember you. Passed through here some time ago, huh? Go on, have yourself a quick nosy. So old Bob Crawford was livid about his coach getting robbed. I was very sympathetic.
Here we go. Why am I selling moonshine? Am I not able to use moonshine? Look at all that money. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Jala? Welcome, welcome. I don't think so, Kate. I don't think so. Just give it some time. When you record, you lag. What program do you use to record, Vivian? Alright, now that I sold all that junk and I got a bunch of money, I can continue on with what I was doing. Guess what? I'm not gonna pay off these bounties. You can't make me. Lenny, let's go do a job with Lenny. Lenny! Sometimes you think about bringing a box of donuts to a new job, but you don't want the ink. I mean, that's how you get to know your coworkers. Just as long as they're not those people that are like, oh, are these everything free donuts? Oh, I only eat the ones that are not made with wheat or whatever. I don't know. Also, thank you for the follow, Jal. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't say anything. Whoa, what'd you do, Darion? Jeez. Every time you come in here, you sound like you've been through the ringer. Well, he's rarely ever in here, Kate, so I can't really, like, ask him about stuff. X recorder. Oh my goodness. What?
Hope you're ready to die.
Why did my horse do that? Look what that jackass did to my horse.
You're gonna be okay.
Poor baby. How many likes does your most liked short have? I'm gonna say 1,000.
Let's get you cleaned up.
I said hi, didn't I, Darion? Excuse me. What's up, Darion? How you doing? Oh, your cat scratched you. Man, sounds just like Pepper. My cat is scratching me all the dang time. Yep. 19. Okay, well let me give you a little trick. Whenever you're doing shorts, make sure that you're looking up like what the most like relevant tags or whatever, or like the tags that people use the most for like the content that you make.
Come on, please.
And use those tags.
Yes. Oh yes, praise the Lord.
I know it sounds like a no doy moment, but
Tell you, friend,
it really helps. Even if the tags aren't 100% relevant to what you're making videos about, you know, stuff like, oh, funny or skit or stuff like that, you know. Oh my god, is there like a tornado coming through? What the heck? I'm doing alright, Darion. Thank you for asking. Just, you know, tired as usual from working all day. The coffee's gonna be badass when the cafe is built into an old warehouse with rusty metal roofing. Yeah, and then an old man comes out from the back carrying a sack of recently roasted beans. That's when you should know that the coffee's gonna be good. Soccer practice tomorrow? Heck yeah. Well, knock 'em dead, Darion. I know you can do it. Oh, Kate, I'm sorry. I didn't see what you said. Good night. Have a good night, Kate. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you, Vivian, is make sure to, like, look up other people's videos and see what tags they use and get so many likes on, and then use those tags. Uh-oh, there's bounty hunters coming. They're over there. Okay, get him. Oh, that was the wrong guy. Arthur, shoot, for the love of God. Oh my God. Why wasn't he fucking shooting? Tired of running around trying to... Oh, wow. Well, you must be worn out. You know why I have bounties. You know why I have bounties, because I've been bad. I've been a bad chicken.
Yep.
But like, Arthur was looking right at him, and he would not shoot. Hate when he does that.
Out of the damn way.
What do you mean by trying to tire out your opponent's hands? What does that mean? And what exactly are you doing when you do that? Is that some kind of basketball thing that I'm too much of a peasant to not know about?
Now, come on. Who's there?
Well, that's okay. Hold on. Let me break down what you're saying first. that's a lot in one comment. So, a reaction to your FNAF video. One day? Maybe one day. I'm still trying to think of, like, maybe if I should do... Not reaction content. You guys do not want my reactions, trust me. But, like... funny videos or something? Like, you laugh, you lose type stuff. If anybody wants to see something like that. What are you looking at, Arthur? Oh. He's yelling at somebody. No
Arthur,
surprise. What's up, Lenny?
Kid.
you got a lot on?
Just hunting for all this hillbilly gold that Dutch and Hosea seem to think is out there just waiting to be stolen.
Look at that
Why?
glorious beard.
I got something. Could be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in Rhodes talking to some of the colored folk. They said there's a gang of fools holed up in the swamps east of here who think their war ain't never ended.
The Civil War?
Yeah, apparently it's still raging in these fools' minds 30 years later.
Okay.
That ain't my point. These ignorant fools are weapon
You don't
dealers.
know why you type a
And
whole
in their
chunk of
dealing,
stuff sometimes.
sometimes
I'm the
sit
same
on
way.
a decent pile of cash.
I have
Yeah, been selling
ADHD,
weapons
so
to
sometimes
Cuba
like
and
my
South
typing
America
just
for
doesn't stop.
years.
I just type and
Anyway,
type and type
the
and
old
type.
boy I was talking to reckoned there might
And then
be
people
a
are
bunch
like,
of cash
dude,
just
give
sitting
me 2
around.
seconds to
And
react
failing
to
that,
what you're saying.
maybe a nice stash of weapons.
With just a bunch of crazies guarding it?
Exactly.
Well, worth taking a look at least, isn't it?
That was my thinking. Said it was at some place called Shady Bear, deep in the woods.
Okay.
This is gonna be one hell of a beard. I can
I was
already
hoping
tell
you
you
did.
guys.
If it's how they told it, it's gonna be something all right.
We'll see.
Also, does my Arthur look underweight?
His grim jaw?
Need to make sure that I'm feeding him right. You do too, Vivian? Well, hey. Birds of a feather and all that. I can't have any soup? Okay, no soup for me right now. He's dirty and the fashion is so yesterday. Wow. Okay, first of all, it's called rugged. Second of
Come
all,
on, it's this way.
he's a
On me.
hipster. Okay? He wears outdated fashion ironically. You just don't understand. You're just a hater.
You know, I might have met these crazies before.
You been drinking again?
No. Well, yes, but no, that's not how I might have met them. I think some of them harangued me and Sadie when we were coming back with supplies.
Oh, shit.
Mrs. Adler.
Yeah. And Mrs. Adler did just fine. More than fine, actually. She's terrified.
Oh, shoot. That's what I get for drinking and
I
driving.
got a notion these fellers is one and the same.
Yeah, we won't find no shortage of angry Peckerwood idiots in the state of Lemoyne. That's for sure.
Is it really that different in this state? We haven't come far.
It seems like it is.
These boys got a manner about them, but I haven't necessarily noticed.
All respect, Mr. Morgan. You wouldn't notice. Might call you a nigger lover. They see us riding like this. But most of it is a glance or a word. And after that, a visit in the night.
Out west, it's...
Out west is out west. And you're all who you are.
All right. Sorry about that.
Decent folks.
There's a hater in the other
Some
chat?
places
Nah.
They judge different.
It's just how my people are. They like
Guess it
to
can't
give
be
me a
so
hard
easy
time.
for you, Lenny. Sorry to
It's
compliment.
Twitch.
Well,
Because I stream to Twitch,
I guess their gold's still shining.
YouTube and TikTok,
And their guns still
and
shoot.
Twitch chat likes to give me a hard
So
time.
I'm game for robbing any and every one of these bastards for all they got.
Okay then.
Plus, it beats being lynched back in Blackwater with all of you by my side.
I guess it does.
So we're gonna go rob some old paranoid Civil War reenactors. I like to blow on my cereal, yeah, because it's too hot. Milk is really spicy. What else am I supposed to do with it, huh? The last time I didn't, my
Feels like we're
bowl of
close.
cereal caught on
It's a
fire.
rundown old plantation house down in the bayou somewhere.
Let's take it slow. Be cautious. If, like you say, these crazies are sitting on weapons, we're gonna want to strategize a little before getting shot at.
Of course. They said find the old battlefield and keep on going.
Well, we got some wrecked old Civil War weaponry. Now where are the wrecked old Civil War holdouts?
Ooh,
See that
that's a
church
Civil
up
War
ahead?
battlefield?
They're supposed to use it as an outpost. Heard they got men going between here and the big house all day.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, that scared the shit out of me, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hey, Aki, how you doing? What's up,
Get this
Aki?
feel. Imagine getting caught up in a fight like this.
Yeah, I don't care to.
Yeah, same for me, Vivian. It's okay.
Hold those reins in. Let's just
You'll
take a look around
you'll
the place.
get people commenting
Oh, yeah.
before too
It's all
long.
coming together.
Doesn't look like
Hey,
anyone's here.
Cam,
We
what's
don't
up, my
know that for
friend?
sure.
The gang
Let's
is
have
all
us a nosy.
here. I'm all right, Aki. How are you doing? You
Hear that?
cooking? What you cooking?
Someone's on the track.
What the heck?
Look there. The wagon.
Let's see where he's going. You're on me now.
Right behind you.
Wagon. Dude, why do you want me to
Let's
inspect
keep
it?
our distance. Just two fellers out on the road.
Stir fry.
Those crates in
Ooh,
the back.
yummy.
They look like explosives
With
to you?
meat
We
or
gonna lose
tofu?
them, we give them this much space.
Sorry, I was just drawing Lenny. Why is no one watching? Well, like I said, I'm not very well
I
known.
think I see something. End of the avenue.
Also,
between the
YouTube
trees.
doesn't push
Might
my
be it.
content.
Might be.
So,
Keep
you
it
know,
steady.
I'm not going to sit here and lament and say, woe is me, but, you know,
Hey,
that's just how it is.
Big plantation house. Must be Shady Belle. I
Yes.
reckon we can leave our mounts up there.
Please do,
off the trail.
Aki.
Good enough to me.
But, what's up, Bella and Cam? You guys came in and scared me and then skedaddled?
Come on. We can get a view on them from that wall up there. Bring your sighted rifle, okay? I'll take the other side.
My sighted rifle.
get
Oh,
in
you
cover
want me to
there.
take my sniper? Hold up. Okay, horsey. It's okay. There we go. Alright. Time for a sniping mission.
You see anything?
Yes. Yes. Well, they're here, all right. And they're armed. Almost a militia.
Not
Good
good.
Gatling gun up there, too. Well, they got that house locked down real tight. You got men covering the house. I know dynamite crates when I see them.
You got something, right?
Oh, we got something. We can hit them head on, fight them honest. Or you could go down there acting friendly.
This is the mission
Friendly.
you
With
last
these
played
folks?
and ended up severely messing
Just
up.
draw 'em
Okay.
into one spot,
What did you do? And I won't
then
do
I'll
that.
start shooting.
Well, that might be the dumbest idea I've ever heard. But hey, I'm always up for a performance. You gonna make a call?
I don't want to risk my boy Lenny.
What do we do?
Pay for your guns and your money. Give them up.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna have to provide sniper cover. I don't want to risk Lenny. Hey. Right in the butt. That's what you get for attacking Lenny.
Dress up.
Hey, that's called cosplay, sir. You should try it.
We gonna burn your corpse,
Nope, no Gatling for you, buddy. Excuse me. Hi. Can I help you? You're a brave son of a bitch. Oh, that's Lenny. All right. Who else is shooting at you, buddy? Is that everyone? Double headshot. Hell yeah.
Welcome back
You know
from
it.
the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Oh! Good job, Lenny. I didn't even get a chance.
Quick! Any
You
man
hide
in the
here,
area
Aki?
would've
Okay.
heard that. They might be on the way. Now let's grab something and get out.
Sounds like a plan.
Are you hiding from anyone in particular, or are you just hiding from the world? Alright, who's in here? Come on out. If I remember correctly, there's a dude hiding out upstairs. I gotta be careful.
Not yet.
I'm gonna go into first person.
We're pushing it, Morgan.
I'll I know, but I still ain't found nothing.
This one looks good.
Oh, what? Search what? Oh, you're downstairs. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I thought I was supposed to be inside.
I think we should search the crates, Arthur.
Here. Come on.
Just nothing but... Oh,
This is
never
full
mind.
of new rifles.
We can sell those, right?
Thank you,
Sure can.
Vivian.
We'll check the rest later. Now, come on.
Oh, I'm
Let's
glad
go.
to hear that, Aki. Well, I'll do my best to make
Get
sure
this
it
back
stays
to camp.
safe.
Yep.
I mean, unless you're one of these guys trying to pew-pew me,
Yep.
then I'm gonna have to send you a strongly worded letter to stop it. First person kind of look like a mobile game zombie shooter.
Don't spare the nag. Come
Usually because they like to take Red Dead footage.
on. Come on. G up. Fall in.
Lenny, I know how to drive horses, okay? Quit backseat driving me.
Yeah. Right. Coming our way. Keep it together.
Hey! Stop! What's a black feller doing coming out of Shady Belle? In one of our wagons?
We
Diffuse.
was doing some business with your brothers back there.
You don't look like any kind of folk we deal with.
Our business was conducted to the satisfaction of all parties. Until now, that is.
Nope. No. Something don't feel right about this. Not him and not you neither, Yankee. Get these lying bastards!
Oh, hey. That's what we call a threefer.
Leonard.
I'm looking, all right? I can't see anyone chasing us.
Yeah,
I think we're out of the woods then, so to
they're
speak.
not very nice people.
Boy, oh boy.
They like to use naughty
You did
language
good.
about other
We did
people.
it.
Well, let's get to camp before saying anything like that.
I know Sean's been bringing in quite a lot lately, and I wanted to... It's good to have something to show like this.
Sean's a loudmouth bragger. Don't worry about what Sean does.
Hey, I like him, you know?
Yeah, well, so do I. Guess we're better judgment. Just, you worry about you. He wasn't on Leviticus Cornwall's train with me. We had to dig him out of Blackwater.
But
And but nothing. Me and Dutch, and everyone who counts. We know what you do for this gang. We notice. Keep it up. You're gonna start seeing things change for you.
okay then. Okay. Thank you, Arthur.
I like how nice everybody is to Looney. Lenny, Kieran, and Sean are the youngsters in the gang. Don't forget about Mary Beth. She's a youngster. Oh, her and Tilly. Hey, Yuki. How's it going? Thank you for the heart me. How you doing?
Hey, the
You
camp's in
completed
these trees
3
up here.
different Call of
Let's
Duty
get
games?
there.
Dang. Look at you. You're a Call of Duty pro. And Karen? You sure about that? Hey, Hello Kitty. I didn't see it come in. I'm sorry. How you doing? Hello.
Arthur, Lenny, coming back.
We bring presents. Those seats look really bouncy, don't you think? Because they got like those metal
These are
springs.
fine rifles, right?
Like you'd be
keep
riding, you're
one
just like,
just for me.
ugh.
I always enjoy riding with you, kid. You know how to fight.
Hey, you too. Anytime, Arthur.
Is that a bolt action? Oh, mama. Bolt action. Okay, who else has got a job for old Arthur? Anybody want to do some jobs with old Arthur? I promise it'll be fun. Okay, it's only this one for now. I misread that, and I thought it said Boo Gray, or Boo Guy, instead of Bo Gray. I was like, who's Boo Guy? Where's my horsey? You're doing good? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, kitty. You have a good, what's today? Wednesday? You have a good Wednesday evening? Call of Duty Ghosts. Hey, let's go. I only ever beat the original Call of Duty when I was younger. One for PlayStation 2. Soup? Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. We gotta get some calories in our boy.
That's quite a gun you got there. Something about watching you clean it.
Oh my god, Micah.
What we doing so far south, Arthur? I don't like it.
Seems as good a place as any to get chased by the law, Miss Tilly.
You ain't so dumb as that, Arthur. I'm a Negro.
I know. I'll keep you safe, Miss Tilly.
My mama was a slave until she was 15 years old, Arthur.
I'll keep you safe, miss. You have my word.
Darn tootin'. We're gonna keep you safe. Go away, Micah. I don't like the way you're looking at people. Where's the soup? Where's the soup? Damn it. Pearson, would you? Oh, there's.
What's the sheriff's costume all about?
Oh no, I was too late for the soup. No. Now I'm gonna starve. Abigail, get me some soup. Abigail, give me some soup.
Stay away from me.
But I got a tip.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
Oh, it's a goodie.
When did I join TikTok?
It always is with you. Then we end up hidden in a burning barn getting shot at.
You're a sad man, Arthur Morgan.
I think it was right after I hit affiliate on Twitch. So, right after May, I believe.
You busy, Arthur?
I need some
Not
soup.
too busy. Why?
I heard about a house. Could be interesting.
What kind of
Aki,
house?
what am I gonna do?
I don't know. A couple
I'm
fellas
gonna
I heard in town
starve.
said it was really freakish. A family local boogeymen, I guess. But they're crooked in every way.
So?
Well, so these boys thought they were sitting on a lot of cash. They're highway robbers, kidnappers, apparently. They're
Get me some
well
soup,
hidden in the
Vivian.
woods.
That sounds pretty dubious.
Of course, yeah, it's dubious, but there ain't much risk of getting caught.
Okay, then.
Is there a way to check when I
Let's
joined?
go take a look.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Take a look.
I know the reference. Somebody get him some milk. He needs some milk.
The river from Valentine. Best way there is through Cumberland Falls, though. You know it?
Sure, more or less.
Also, why do you ask, kitty? Watch out, Charles. Watch out. Guys, don't run over Charles. Oh, that was close. You asked when I joined TikTok. Is there something in particular about it? What was that? Why was the camera doing that?
Pretty close now. Let's stop and go on foot from here. Just up the hill this way. Follow me.
You see that? It was all jittery. It was about to make me sick.
There's a
Oh,
spot
okay.
up
All
ahead.
right. Just curious.
Should be able to get a good look at the place.
I thought you
Wanna
knew
make sure
something
we
I
don't run
didn't,
into
so
any
I just wanted to be in on the
Sure.
secret.
family's been isolated for so long, they started talking in their own weird dialect. They really don't like outsiders, especially on their turf.
Well, you just keep selling me on this job, don't you?
Oh, big place, right? You got your binoculars?
My binocs. Yeah, I got my binocs. What you want me to do with my binocs?
Well, there's a pretty big
Thank you for the
barn
roses,
in the
Aki.
back. It's not a bad place to start looking. There must be a lot of people living here. A large house. Stash could be in any one of them buildings, and who knows how many people are in there.
What's up, Kindled?
I ain't sure about this.
How you doing, my friend?
I think we need to draw them out somehow.
Welcome to the stream.
I got an idea.
What's up, Mousy? How you doing?
Follow me.
How's the oh, I can't think right now. How's the Zelda speedrunning going, Knight?
I can't get a
Sorry, my
proper
brain
place.
literally blinked the moment I
Hopefully
was
it'll make it
formulating
harder
that
for
word.
them to spot us, too.
Recovering. Did you finish? Did you beat
Yeah,
the
so
speed
far.
run? Or speed run. Did you finish the run you were doing?
Hey,
The Red Dead is going just fine. We are being a little scoundrel right now. You did it. Hell yeah. Let's go, man. Shame I couldn't be there to see it,
come
but
on.
nicely done.
Let's hide behind this shed. See if we can hear what they're saying.
239 hours.
Stay low, Arthur.
That is a heck of a run. So what do you do now? Are you gonna go back to playing more Zelda, or are you gonna take a break from streaming and play something else?
Where you been now, Newt?
What's up, Mousy? Back from the dead to eat people's brains? Uh-oh. So you're a zombie mouse?
Cause Edie takes patrol now, don't you? What? No, Edie, get all the jam. You shut your gulper, or I'll flagger your felt, I will.
What? Is that
You
English?
split up, boy. Up. Go guard the shed. Go!
You understand what they're saying?
Not much of it.
Sounds like a bunch of
What we
nonsense.
doing out here?
Okay, you take cover by the rock over there. I'll create a little distraction, and then you jump them, okay?
What kind of distraction?
Be quiet.
Okay, I'm hiding. What do I do now, Javier? Taking a break from a bit. Ooh. Oh, does Breath of the Wild have randomizers already? That sounds like fun. Taste test some pasta. Why? Are you making pasta, or does it look funny?
Oh, swanking heck!
Swankin' heck?
What the hickory happened here?
What the hickory?
Got to put this out.
These guys got funny,
Hey, aquí, locos. What the hickory now?
great.
Let's take them out. Danger's
No,
up.
shoot!
Defend
Shoot!
your
Arthur,
soldier.
please! Arthur, shoot! Jesus. Why does he keep doing that? Huh? Really, Javier? Great googly moogly. That's what they sound like. You like being silent? That's okay.
What we doing out here?
I appreciate lurkers as well as much as I appreciate
I'll create a little
chatters, so
distraction, and then you jump 'em,
you
okay?
are more than
What kind
welcome
of
to stay
distraction?
silent.
Be quiet.
W headshot, and then I immediately failed because Javier died. So El Javier. This time don't die, Javier. I was also trying to like flank him, you know, get around, but then he's just sitting there taking bullets like he's a freaking target practice dummy.
What happened here? We got to put this out, don't you? Oh.
Hey!
Oh, nice shot, Javier.
Danger's upon us. Defend yours, soldier.
Where you at? Aim up there, Arthur, for crying out loud. I love the freaking full action. Oop. There's two of them in there. Come on out. I'm only gonna shoot you. Oh, nice job, Javier.
I don't see any more of them.
Give him 100 skill.
They weren't shot
He's
about
already good
defending
at
that
shooting.
bar.
He's
Let's
just
check
he
in
needs to be
there
better
first.
at not taking bullets, you know? Do slacker core? What in the world is slacker core? Is that where you sit around and do nothing all day? Because I gotta tell you, I'm already beating you at that.
Has to be under here.
Okay,
no
you
place
guys are
else I can
talking
store
as if you know what that is. What is that? What is slacker core?
Hey, Arthur. Give me a hand here.
Okay, don't push me out of the way. Sorry, I gotta see what button it wants me to push.
Well, look what
Your
we
commands
have here.
worked. They did. Good job.
I told you it was worth the trouble, didn't I?
Yeah, you take this. Let's split up. I'll meet you back at camp.
Sounds good.
That's a lot of monies. I can buy a lot of horsies. Oh no, that cough is starting. No, Arthur, please. It's just a cold, right? Kitty, what is it? What is slacker core? Please tell me. It's gonna drive me crazy. Is there like a music style using my voice or something? Ah, great. All right, fine. Come on, horsey, over here. Follow the sound of my sweet voice, horsey. There you are. Come on now, let's go, eh?
Here. Come on.
I think before I beat the game, I should look for the bridge and do the glitch to get into Mexico. What do you guys think? But that'll be before I beat the game. We'll see if it actually works. Okay, not this time. I ain't running into another guy. We already had a freaking car crash earlier. Almost killed my horse. Do it? Okay, I'll do it. I do have the best horse. Then later on, I need to go get the White Arabian so that I can have the actual best horse. because the white Arabian is fast. Gold ship? Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we getting into Uma Musume? What's up, John? How you doing? That's the horse that somebody came in and they were like, you remind me of Gold Ship. I'm like, what? I'm a fox. How do I remind you of a horse? What's up, Farah? Hey, Matt. What chapter? 3, I think? I think it's chapter 3? Still the best horse? Yeah, you got it. Exactly.
There, boy.
This is our little horsey Chilaquiles. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, John. I hope everything gets better for you.
Yeah.
How do you get points and use them? Oh, you have to do it in Twitch chat. So you come watch the stream in Twitch and you basically just hang out for a bit and you get more points. Subscribers get more points, but I'm not trying to encourage subscribing. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it is. You already done with the game? Hey, kick ass. Good job. Hey, doggy. Hold on, where am I going? Holy cow. This thing's taking me way out of the ways. Hey, thank you for the heart me, Mandy. And thank you for all the gifts, John. Appreciate it. Hey, Mandy, how's it going? Yeah, you did, Vivian. You did. Thank you for the subscription. But I meant on Twitch. That's why I say I don't encourage it, because, you know, you gotta pay real money. But I think followers get extra points too. But YouTube, I don't have a point system on YouTube because it's not super duper easy to set up. I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking. You having a good Wednesday evening?
Yep. Faster.
And I've been getting excited for GTA 6. I've been seeing some more like I guess you can call them quote-unquote leaks, but I think it's just stuff that they've been slowly showing off. I'm getting excited. That game's gonna be so much fun. Hey, thank you, Mandy. Appreciate that. That's so kind of you. Oh, that rabbit almost committed insurance fraud just now. Who's shooting?
Easy. You okay, boy?
Hey now, who's doing that shooting? I don't see him. Everything happened before GTA 6? Huh. Well, there's a few things that should have happened before GTA 6, but I'll hold my tongue. Oh, ¿hablas español? You're studying? Oh, that's all good. Studying is more important. Oh my gosh, what happened to your horse?
Hey, you there? Think you could help a lady out?
Sure.
My horse up and died on me, twisted my ankle something fierce. Think you could give me a ride?
Yeah, sure. Up on.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. You know
Brazil.
Emerald
Okay,
Ranch?
I don't know
Mind taking me
Portuguese, sorry.
Sure.
But
Glad I ran into you.
Welcome.
I raised that horse, you know. Raised it since it was just a foal.
Bienvenidos.
Oh, losing a horse is hard. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that horse did right by me. Better than my husband, truth be told. That fool. Always complaining.
What you
but
studying
does he
for?
do something about it? Man barely lifts his hand to wave the flies away. Aside from to lift a drink, of course. Marriage, for me, has been nothing but trouble. But Biscuit, he was a fine animal. Loyal,
Okay, if there's something that you don't understand that I say, just let me know,
didn't
okay?
take no guff, not from no one. Had one of them
It'd be
mountain
nice if
boys
I
pull
could
a gun
add
on
a
me
translator to
once.
my
I was riding up near
streams.
the Dakota and had stopped by
Let
a
people
nice,
pick a
warm
thing that
patch.
like automatically
Must have dozed
translates
off,
into
but I
their
wake
chosen
up and
language.
find some nasty piece of work pointing a
I've been
rusty
thinking of like
shotgun
maybe
straight at me.
getting like
Well,
a
he gets
local
wheezing
LLM
on
on my
and I must have made
computer
some sort
that
of
could
noise,
just
because the
take
next thing
my
I know,
audio and then
Biscuit
turn it
had
into
nipped his ear
subtitles.
clean off.
Only
Kicked
problem
his
is
hide,
there'd
too,
be
as he
no
was
way
hollering away.
to
Didn't
change
think a man could run
the
so fast.
text on the fly, you know, so that people could
Had a
change it
good
to their
laugh
own
on that
language.
one.
So
I tell the husband, what
you'd
does
only
he
be able
do?
to pick.
Should have never gone over there,
The
honey.
goal of the stream?
Says,
The goal of
"Gee,
the stream is
thanks."
just to play.
So, you
I,
live at Emerald Ranch then?
Whenever there's a
For the
game
time
that
being.
doesn't really have like
I was
much of
looking
a
for
goal
work.
except for just get
They
through
was
the
looking for some
story,
help with the
that's all I
gardens.
do.
If
Just
I
play
waited
through the
any
game,
longer
chat
for
with
my
y'all.
husband to put food on the table, I'd have died of starvation. I'll be moving on soon, though.
Yeah,
Emerald
your
Ranch,
writing is very good,
well,
Mandy.
It's a strange place.
How so?
The owner's a mean
I
bastard.
completely understand
Strange,
everything you're
too.
saying.
Delights in bullying folk. There's a daughter, but she never leaves the house.
But
You can
like
see
if
her
I
in the
play like
windows
games
sometimes.
like Minecraft
When I
or
asked about it,
Hytale
everybody
or
told me to leave it alone.
you know anything else like
Found
that,
an
then
old
usually
saloon
I'll
there,
set a goal.
all shut down now.
Like, oh, we're gonna
And I
go
went
look for
in to have a
diamonds,
look,
or
and
we're
there's
gonna
bullet holes, old
collect a bunch of
blood stains.
resources and make some
Something
armor,
definitely
you know,
happened
stuff
there,
like
but I
that.
couldn't figure it.
But Red
Just
Dead
an
doesn't really have
uncomfortable
like
feeling to
a
the
goal, in
Either
know,
way,
so to
it's
speak.
time I left. Especially now
Other
I
than
lost
just
that
beat
poor
it.
horse. I'll collect my belongings and be
Wait.
on my way. Oh, we're getting close now. Here we go. This is great.
Well, you are more than welcome
This
to
was kind
practice
of
your
you,
English
mister.
here.
Please take this as my way of thanking you.
I think you're doing a pretty good job so far.
Appreciate it. What a lousy day.
Yeah, I know. You had to run into me. It's okay. He sent me a video core. Oh boy. Okay, I'll check it out after stream. Kind of worried to find out what Slacker core is. Do I know any Brazilian Portuguese? Let me think. What are some words I know? I can't really... No, I don't think I do. I'm sorry. I mostly just know like a mix of Spanish. Also, by the way, if I like say something weird to what you say, Mandy, it's probably because the translator messed up your sentence. So, you know, don't think me strange, okay? Really, Aki? I'm glad. Okay. I do my best. I'm not much of a conversationalist. I mean, I'm not a conversationalist in any language. but you know, I do my best. I at least can get by on what I know, you know? Oh god, what's going on now? Alright, stay here, horsey. Who's shooting?
I don't care if you're a tax collector, post collector, damn census taker. If you're in this state for the federal government, you're an enemy of this state.
Gosh darn Lemoynes.
Thank you, stranger. These raiders are insane.
Ooh, I can get new bandolier. You're trying to learn German and French? Ooh, that's cool. German is a very interesting language. I know like a few words here and there. Like whenever I see like coworkers, I like to be like Guten Morgen. And they're like, what are you saying? How could people come up with such words? Or Dankeschön. You know, it's kind of cool. I learned about Dutch, the language, and apparently it's just nothing but a bunch of German and English borrowed words or loaner words. Which is like if you ever see Dutch being written, you're probably going to understand a few words if you're an English speaker, because they have a lot of English loaner words. Brazilians are harder to learn. You have a hard time learning English? Yeah, you know, I feel that. Especially if you know a Latin language. Or like, you know, like, for instance, you know, the language you speak, which is a mix between a Latin and a romanticized language. Learning English would be very difficult. So I understand and I feel for you, but you're doing a fantastic job.
Remember me? I'm working for the Greys now. All right, come on.
Some words are understandable. Yeah, because they have a lot of loaner words as well, but they have, I think they're called compound words, where it's like one object, like the way they describe objects is the parts of the object and what it does. Hey, what's up, Skivvy? Foxy's ignoring you? Hold on. Let me see why. Oh, I see why. The model broke. Give me 1 second. Okay. It took one look at trying to get the the thing loaded, and it tripped over its own feet. So give it a sec. It should load up here. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, try again, Skivvy. You try to learn on your own, but sometimes it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, it's because English has a lot of really stupid grammar. Like our grammar rules are really difficult to learn for non-English speakers. So I feel for you.
Magic horses are so beautiful. I wish I could have one. Freedom and flow roam in my dreams, LOL.
Well, there you go. You got him to say something. English sucks sometimes. Yeah, it does. You gotta come back during the day. there a way for me to wait that doesn't involve setting up camp? Can I set up camp here? Hold up. They're gonna be like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? You can't camp here. Okay, I guess I can't. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? Hey, horsey, what you screaming for? You learned Russian. It was dumb to learn. One of my friends, Rex, she knows Russian. She had to learn it, and she said the same thing. That it was really dumb to learn. Okay, Aki. Alright, kitty. I'll check it out after stream, okay? Yeah, if you ever want me to, like, tell you something, Mandy, like, you know, you can ask me what something means in English, or... Why am I pulling out my journal? Like, I will be more than happy to do my best to explain. Okay, guess we're still not far enough away. Professor wasn't a fan of you. You calling it barbaric? Well, then it must be interesting for you then, because when you play games that attempt to use Cyrillic on like their like billboards or whatever, and it's not a Russian or, you know, Cyrillic using country, you're probably looking at that like, that's a bunch of gibberish. Those words there, they don't mean what you think they mean. Stop whistling. Can I set up camp yet? There we go. Alright, well, I look forward to that then, Mandy. I'm gonna sleep till noon. He should be there. I did my best to learn Japanese in college, but I didn't have anyone to practice the conversation with, so it never went anywhere. Signs and other things where they replace the letter A with that because it's like the letter D. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's a difficult thing about... Oh, we got bounty hunters coming. I'll have my rifle. Horsey, give me my rifle. Those bounty hunters. There we go. No more bounty hunters. Doesn't make sense. It reads. What time is it here? It is 8:33 p.m. Don't worry, that's not an intrusive question. Don't worry about it. I'm from, if you're curious, I'm from California in the United States. AKA the best state. That kind of reminds me. There's this Chinese TikToker. She does these things, these videos where she reviews people's Chinese tattoos. It's the funniest freaking thing. I love it. It's like she'll take a picture of, like, you know, some fat white dude, and on the back of his, like, on his leg or whatever, he thinks it says like strength or honor, but it says grilled pork or something like that. Oh my god, he's still not here? Brother, where are you? 1:30 in the morning? Oh my goodness. Well, make sure you get some sleep, okay? Hi, Rexy. Thank you for the lurk. By the way, Rexy, how much time does it have left on the FNAF thing? I haven't checked, and I want to make sure that it doesn't expire. Hey, what's up, Hermes? Thank you for the follow.
You got my money?
Sure. Did she give anything? For me?
Yes.
Might I have it?
Sure. But it'll cost you. I can't be bothered. Here, take it.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you. My God. What a woman.
You've been anxious about studying lately? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What?
But don't worry, you got this. You can do
They
it.
don't even like men voting.
I believe in you. Hey,
Given
Hermes.
half the chance. Progress is a dirty word.
How are you doing?
Unlike incest.
Excuse me?
I don't want to marry my cousin Matilda. I want to marry Penelope. But they'll kill her at one of those rallies they're holding. They've done it before. Mister, you gotta help.
No, I'm afraid I don't want no part of it.
I'll pay. My family, we've still got some money.
Fine. Just no more running around with letters.
Thank you. Come on. We better get going.
Am I a fox or a coyote? That would be quite interesting if I was a coyote, wouldn't it? Considering I'm American, it would fit. But no, I'm a fox.
Come on! Come on!
I am a fox. The character low-key makes you think of Ken. This Bo makes you think of Ken? Why is that? He doesn't seem like much of a person who cares about his appearance.
Easy, boy. Calm down.
The time you're awake is already quite late for me.
If we don't get there in time, my true love may be shot.
Well, I
She
mean,
wants to rally.
don't kill your sleep schedule on my account, okay?
I can't let her become a martyr to it.
You can always go to my YouTube channel and watch my live streams there if you ever want to.
I'm sure they know what they're doing.
There.
He's like, girl. He's like, girl, I don't want to marry my cousin.
I cannot let you go through with this.
You gonna hop over to Twitch? All right.
Killed.
I'm prepared to die for the cause, Bo. You know that.
Do something, please.
She looks like, what's her name?
Fight this mob.
What is her name? That one
This
actress.
is no laughing matter, sir. They need protecting.
Oh my god, I
from
cannot think of her
certain
name.
Elements. Mostly my family. Penelope, I beg you.
I'll tell you what.
She-
Your friend
she's
here
the
can
one that
drive
played
wagon
in,
for us. It'll allow us
The Good
to shout
Place.
all the louder. Hooray!
Sure.
Miss Calhoun.
I can't think of her name.
Miss Calhoun. My friend here says he can drive the wagon.
Sheriff Arthur's here. Hey, what's up? Mushroom Lobotomy. That's a kick-ass name. What's up? Thank you for the follow. Welcome
I
on to
ain't
Twitch.
never been in a protest
Welcome to the
march
gaming couch.
before, madam.
Pleased to have you.
Treat us like the sheep, and the folks attacking us like the wolves, and I'm sure you'll feel right at home. Shall we go? All right, ladies. We know our song is a good one, and we know our cause is a pure one.
Yes, ma'am.
Let liberty reign.
All right, ladies, hold on tight. Kind of a bad driver.
Housekeepers and daughters, we cook the Now. Take us down Main Street, right through town to the steps of the Baker Roads, Mr. What was your name?
Arthur Morgan.
Very good, Mr.
Morgan.
Not too quick.
What's up,
not
Logan?
too slow. We need them
You,
to
sir, are a fish.
Well, they'll hear it all right.
Very good, very good.
They weren't service that. What do you mean? You like tried asking people, other streamers about stuff and what, like asking their time and whatnot?
If it comes to it, I hope it won't.
Our message will be delivered peaceably, Mr. Morgan. You can keep your shotgun to yourself. Stay on Main Street. It's a left up here, Mr. Morgan. Look at these people. It's about to get exciting. I can feel it.
I believe you might be right.
Good day, Sheriff.
Look at Arthur. He's a little feminist.
It's a peaceful assembly. Oh, do give it a rest, you sorry fool. Mr. Morgan, I give you the male of the species.
That's a pretty dumb specimen, I grant it.
Almost there. Take us just a little further, please.
Doing it for the clout?
This spot
No.
is fine, sir. Ladies, get down.
He's a good guy. Hi, Aki. You're here to haunt me? When you see you're Brazilian, some people ignore you. What? That's messed up. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you are more than welcome to be here, Mandy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great day for all of us. For today is the day we begin to live as equals. Yes, equal, sir. Fair and equal.
This is unnatural. This is nonsense.
Fair, equal, and free, just as the Founding Fathers intended.
Founding fathers, not founding mothers, you silly old goat.
Oh boy, you here to start trouble?
Hey! What the hell you doing here, boy?
Keep your voice down. I'm trying to listen to the speech.
Hello, darling cousin. Don't you ever speak to me like that.
What are you doing here?
Listening, I suppose.
Go help Bo. His cousin is a moron. And stop them from ruining the speech.
Well, I'm gonna punch you right in the nose.
Learn yourself some manners, cousin. Haven't you got anything better to do?
Oh, you always was
Bo,
a cocky little...
weren't we just leaving?
Who the hell is this?
Follow me, right?
What? You'll hit me?
Come on.
Sir, can you not see how idiotic you are?
Come on,
Fight.
Bo. Let's go.
Oh, I wanted to fight. I want to punch that guy in his big gut.
We gotta go before they think twice. Oh, Lord. Follow me. I know a place. It's an old battlefield no one goes to.
Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. You've been studying your illustration skills too? Yeah, go for it. By all means.
You don't wanna
Draw
go
away.
back and
I
hear the
am more than
speeches?
happy
I
to
ain't
be your
voted
muse.
before, but kinda getting hot for voting rights.
I don't know whether to take you seriously, Mr. Morgan. My cousins are my primary concern right now. If everyone knows about Penelope and me...
Everyone knows about Penelope and you. I know about Penelope and you, and I've been here all 10 minutes. Sooner it's out, sooner it's resolved.
The sooner it's dealt with, you mean, we're dealt with. Our families, the Grays and the Braithwaites, we bury our secrets, and we bury them deep.
Your secrets and your treasure.
You know, Catherine Braithwaite's got a daughter. No one's seen her in years. She weren't right, you know, and Penelope said...
Oh, it froze for you? I'm sorry. No, I said, yeah, go for it.
But Yankee gold,
I will
that's
be
just a
proud
story,
to
Mr.
be your
Morgan.
muse if you want to
I
draw
don't
me and
know.
practice your illustration. Come on, Arthur, come on.
This is awful.
Nobody died. Ain't that awful?
My cousins are vindictive bastards. My brothers are vindictive bastards. My cousins are worse.
They started it.
I know, but
He sounds like the kind of
should
guy to be
leave.
like, oh, Lord,
I
this
will.
is giving
as soon
me
as
the
I have enough money.
vapors.
When my family,
I do
we
declare.
have money, but I don't.
Is your family very rich?
Yes, well, I believe so.
No,
but,
you're not being annoying.
They keep me out of the
Don't worry about it.
discussions. I have more of a
You are being very
artistic temperament, so...
respectable
Well, is that what they
and
call it?
Yes.
kind.
Oh, you made a joke. I really love her. I do.
Well, stick around. Maybe you can die for her as well.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better.
Look, I gotta go.
Me too. Oh, damn! I'm gonna be late. My uncle is quite as bad as you would imagine. Here, your payment. Thank you. Excuse me.
I love that, like, Arthur's going around extorting people while wearing the sheriff badge. Like, hey, you might want to take that off, buddy. Don't want to tell people. But then again, you know, this was the 1800s. Everybody was extorting everybody back then. Okay, what do we got next? Come on, let's go. Give me more jobs. What do you want, Abigail? You want me to yell at John some more? I'll do it. I'll beat up John real good and tell him to stop being a lazy, good-for-nothing father. And if anybody's wondering, by the way, why I don't... Oh my god, what do you want?
Round here, strangers got a cough.
Yeah, you want to die.
Hey, get down from there. You hear me? I'm done being kind. Last warning.
Try to rob me, will ya? Oh, hey, I didn't see it. Who else wants some? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. No, you're good. You're good. Welcome back, Vivian. Alright, you guys got anything on your wagon that I can steal? Got any goodies for me? No, nothing. Okay. I just feel bad for the horses that get stuck on these wagons whenever you like take care of the owners, because they're just gonna be sitting here the whole time. Like, let me detach them so they can go live free. And those empty wagons ain't worth selling because they got nothing on them. I wonder though, like for people who do illustrations of VTubers and whatnot, do you guys want like reference sheets or whatever so you know like what Slacker's wearing and like what his colors are? Like, you tell me what would help you. Oh, prison break.
This ain't how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, well, we don't got time to celebrate. Come on.
So, what's your plan anyway?
It ain't my problem.
Ain't my problem. Well said, Arthur. Well said. Though I did sit there and watch the whole time, so, you know, kind of a witness. Welcome back, Mandy. Welcome back.
Hard, boy.
Gotta brush my horsey real quick. Because he is a dirty boy.
There, boy.
There we go. Have a little snacky snack. Mmm, delicious classic oat cakes. Thank you for the rose, Aki.
For being foolish. It was an old thing, and my emotions got the better of me.
Thank you.
Dutch? You boys are my family now.
Abigail.
Hey, Arthur.
What's going on?
Jose and John are looking for you. They went out to the moonshine stash, said you knew where that was. They was planning a visit to the Braithwaite place, but John needs to do something for Dutch now, so Hosea wants you to join him instead. Seems to be a lot going on.
You're telling me. Okay, thank you.
Ooh, we're gonna steal some moonshine, are we? I think I've tried real moonshine once in my entire life. It was a few years ago, and my uncle had a family friend who had some. He's like, "You want to try some of this?" I took a sniff, and I'm like, "What is this, gasoline?" Nope, that's moonshine. Took a sip, and I'm like, "Nope, no, I'm not doing that. No siree." That burned like hell. It's like, I don't know how people drink that stuff recreationally, you know?
Hey, Arthur. What are you doing?
Selling it back to where it came from.
Why?
I ain't got a market for it. They made it. They must have someone to sell it to. Stuff look kind of lonely out here. I think we'll cut ourselves a deal.
I get you.
You and
This
Dutch
game
was
is so
just
relaxing.
going to
It
do when you
is.
requisitioned it.
It's got its moments
Now
for
I'm
sure.
doing mine.
All right.
And then all of a sudden,
I
out
see
of
you
nowhere,
going
it just
now.
boom, gets all
I'll leave you
hyper.
fellas to it. Good luck.
Thank you, John. We'll see you
Then it
later.
goes back to being
Dutch asked him
relaxing.
to look into something to do with the
I
Braithwaite
could do
horses, I
some
think.
of the more relaxing
okay.
activities,
Okay, let's head out
but I'm
to the
afraid it would
Braithwaite's
put
place.
everybody to sleep.
You know the way?
We
Yeah,
got stuff
I've
like
been there.
fishing.
So what
Hunting.
exactly are we doing? This is the moonshine
I don't know if
we
anybody
took
would actually
after
want to see
blowing
any
up
of
the
that stuff, so I
Braithwaite
don't
still,
do it.
right?
So I just do all of the more actiony stuff, like the
Their
missions.
stolen goods deserve some reward, don't you? And it's time we made a formal introduction, like Dutch told us. Look, these are two big old plantation
Welcome
houses.
back from the
All I
ad
keep
break.
hearing is they hate each other
If
so
you
much
hate
they can't
ads,
see past it.
consider a sub
I
for
know.
using your
I've
Twitch
seen it.
Prime.
There's a gray boy and a Braithwaite girl carrying on a secret affair. I've been, well, helping.
The mind boggles. You think they're of use?
Not sure. They don't seem too involved in the rest of it, but maybe.
Well, I'm sure there's money in this for us somewhere if we can get in the middle of it.
Man, this guy's being slow. Come on. Beep beep. Let's go. Get the lead out. Man. Always these truckers. I have to overtake them. Alright, is there anybody else on the road? Here we go. Alright, there we go. We did it. We overtook him. You hadn't seen the mascot talking? Oh, that's Foxy. Yeah, he likes to talk a lot, especially if you go to the Twitch stream. You can ask him things and he'll talk to you. Sometimes he reads the chat, but people don't talk enough in Twitch chat for it to actually do anything. So,
Modest little homestead, isn't it?
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
What's that in the back there?
Moonshine, my fine fellow. May I have a word with the man of the house?
The man of the house is a lady, Mrs. Catherine Braithwaite.
May I speak with her? I want to discuss a business opportunity. I mean no harm. No harm at all. You may happily shoot me if I do.
Okay. Well, she's at the house.
excuse you, sir. Who said you could sit on my wagon like that?
We'll be watching you.
You heard the man. Driver, proceed, please.
You see this guy? Where is he? Get off my wagon. I'm gonna start charging him like an Uber. $50 a mile. Do I happen to have any lore? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can find my lore on my website.
Found something. Out in the hills.
If you go to slackersavant.tv, that is a website I made myself. On the bottom of the website is my lore so far. I will be updating it every once in a while, because, you know, I don't really have the time to be a writer, but I am adding to it every once in a while.
Oh, it seems that's easy enough. Want to do a deal? What do you sell that stuff for?
$1 a bottle.
You give us 50 cents.
It's already ours.
Well, look on it as a reward for finding the property. Alternative is we go sell it someplace else.
The alternative is you get shot.
Now, who wants to get shot over a bottle or two of liquor?
Pay the man.
Oh, she likes Hosea. You need to see Slacky lore?
Pleasure
Yes.
doing business
Go to
with
my
you.
website. It's at the bottom.
Listen, we didn't take
You can
it,
read up on
at
it,
least
and you
not
can also give me
without orders.
pointers
Well, I
if
know
you like
exactly
it or
who
not.
gave you your orders. Old Sheriff Gray. You know what? I don't want it. In fact, sir, now you can do me a favor. There's an extra $10 if you do. Drive the stuff into Rhodes, head over to the tavern run by Mr. Gray, and give the stuff out for free.
Mama!
Hush now. I believe they call that a promotional expense.
As you wish, madam.
You boys come back sometime and tell me how you made out. Maybe we'll play a little
Oh, we made
cribbage.
out all right.
All right. Next stop, the Rhodes
Wait, what?
Saloon.
Here we
It's his
go.
lunch break. Well, he can take his lunch somewhere else, not on the back of my wagon.
So I finally sold those Cornwall bonds. Got close to 1,000 for them. I wanted more, but not bad considering how hot they were, especially after that bloodbath in Valentine.
No, not bad at all.
Apparently, Cornwall's been pumping a lot of cash into the Pinkertons. Wants to keep their full effort on going after gangs. Gangs like us.
Yeah, that don't surprise me.
Probably have to translate some things. Yeah, I get you. It should translate pretty easily. I made the website to be pretty friendly to like stuff like auto translators and whatnot. Hey Starlight, how's it going? Thank you for the rose.
Certain ourselves
How are
in
you
this
doing?
blood feud. We'll need something.
I ain't playing dress up. You
I'm
know my
playing
feelings
dress up.
about that.
Of course you're not. You're a clown's idiot brother.
Hosea, please.
I'm the clown. You're the brother turned idiot. Just look sad and keep quiet. Even you can do that, Arthur.
Oh, I have to.
Put this hat on. Smoke this pipe.
Oh, look at
Bring
him.
your lip forward just a bit.
Oh, wait,
Squint.
whoa, hey, watch where you're going there, fool.
Hey, what about you?
You
I'm gonna
can't
run him
speak.
over.
You turned idiot.
Idiot. Get off the road.
Broke poor Mammy's heart. There, Fenton. There, don't get mad now.
Fenton. Fenton the idiot. Watch out, rabbit. Watch out, rabbit. These, the bottles clanging in the back sound like a wind chime. They sound really nice. Makes me wish I had room for a wind chime in my apartment, you know? Hey, what's up? Is that Yumi or Yummy? Anyways, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, it's Mandy. Hey, Mandy. How you doing? Welcome to Twitch. Just know that there's no auto-translate on Twitch, so... You're all on your own. But I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much.
Okay, Fenton, stay calm now. For Mama, she loved you so. Just a shame you had to strangle her in a rage, right? Grab 2 cases of that stuff and follow me.
This is your VTuber account? Oh, do you do VTubing? Or you just mean that's the account that you follow VTubers on?
Gentlemen! Quite the town you have here. We just rode in from up north. Hey. Hello. Hello, I'm Melvin. This is my brother Fenton. Don't mind him. Don't madden him. He's turned idiot. Killed our mother, but it weren't his fault. How'd you boys like a couple of bucks? I bet you would. One for each of you. We're in the new trade of advertising, which is an American art form about ensuring people buy the correct things.
I don't know.
$1 more. Says give us half an hour. What harm can we do in half an hour? Go along now. Enjoy the money. Come along, Fenton.
You're a VTuber too? I'll have to check it out then. Hello, fellow VTuber. Give me a sec. I want to follow you then. We VTubers gotta stick together, you know what I mean? Come on, load. There we go. Oh my goodness, you have so many followers. Well, there you go. I am a follower now too. Been a while since you've done a live stream. How often do you stream? Oh, you want me to do something too?
Behind
Sorry.
the bar down the corridor there. Gentlemen! Gentlemen! My name is Melvin. That's my brother Fenton. He's a bit funny, but boy, can he pour drinks fast. For the next 30 minutes, the drinks in this here bar, in this here town, are entirely free. The only rule is that you gotta drink them. So hurry up, put old Fenton to work. Don't get him mad, though. His mama made him mad, and we buried her. Whole thing. Now come up to the bar, everybody. Come on, fellas, it's your lucky day.
Boy, do I have to push any buttons?
A gift. Bounty. It's a sin to look a gift horse. When I see a gift horse, I look in my eyes. That's some strong stuff.
Oh,
Just
boy.
keep catch us all. Go drink up. Don't be shy, boys. Don't be
I'm a
shy.
bartender.
Mr. Gray won't be happy about this.
Thanks. Grab another bottle.
Why? What's there to be embarrassed about? It's super cool. I saw a bit of your character. Your character's very cute. I like it. But there's nothing to be embarrassed about. What kind of games did you stream? Ah, we got everybody wasted.
Hey, send a couple this way, will ya?
Seems like a lot longer than half an hour, huh?
Joe's on the drinks, Fenton. You're not having another episode, are you?
Oh, wife is gonna kill me. I only went out for milk.
Go see Fenton and serve these poor gentlemen fat and a generous poor.
Well, that hit the spot. Keep 'em coming.
You're a fox too? Oop, yep.
Keep 'em coming.
We Fox VTubers gotta stick together.
Drink up, drink! Lemoyne Raiders. Good evening, gentlemen. Quiet libation.
You.
Me?
You're the bastards who stole the liquor we was gonna buy.
Joe, we're in advertising. Come on in and have a drink.
That's our goddamn liquor.
An honest mistake.
Boys, get him.
Get him. Hi, cannot mark me. Play horror games? What's your favorite horror game?
Upstairs, hurry! Get off me!
No, run. I'm coming, Hosea. Jeez.
This way! Let's go.
Yo, this gun's tight. Oh, shit. You coming?
Come on, Frankie.
You like Phasmophobia? That's our favorite too, me and my friends. We play that every once in a while.
They got out the back. Got more coming after us.
I see. I see them.
Well, shoot them then.
Trying.
Iron's on. They're coming out of the alley. Come meet you where the earth,
Whoa! Haha.
Yeah.
Idiots.
More behind you. Oh, both those sons of bitches dead. You're right. The moonshine.
Oh, I'm dead. You like horror, but you're very easily scared. Hey, isn't that the fun of horror, though? When it like gets you all scared and everything.
I'm getting this out of here.
Ain't gonna let this go, Hart.
Over there. They got out the back. Got more coming after us.
Oh my god, how am I missing every shot?
Iron's on. They're coming out of the alley. That's it.
We run the liquor around here. Stay the hell out of our
Look out on your right. I want both those sons of bitches dead.
That's him now, Will.
I need my rifle if I'm gonna do this any better. This is gonna be a long mission. And sometimes not when your heart is beating too fast. I getcha.
Ain't gonna let this go, are they?
Over there. They got out the back.
But then it's the thrill of it, right?
Well, shoot them then.
It's really thrilling.
Iron's on. They're coming out of the alley. Shit, that hit the liquor.
gonna have to keep doing Deadeye.
Damn it, they're still coming! Turn up! Fall behind you! Ah! You one dead stupid!
You didn't understand? Oh, sorry. What I was saying is, you know, when the game makes your heart thump and you're, you know, all scared and everything, it's really thrilling, isn't it? Because then afterwards you're thinking about how much fun that was. Because if you see any of the Phasmo streams that I have on my channel, because I have quite a lot of videos, you'll see how scared we all get.
In front of you, Arthur!
He's down.
See any more of them?
Don't think so.
Okay, we did better that time.
Jesus, all this over a few
Uniform
bars
wants
of
you to
booze?
hydrate.
I reckon it's more they
Get
don't
to
want
it,
another
you
gang on
thirsty
their
bitch.
patch.
Okay, I shall hydrate.
Okay. Pull off the road here.
Thank you for the hydrate.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Remind me never to take up a career. What was it?
Advertising.
You think that woman set us up?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. This place is odd.
Yeah. I keep seeing those fellas.
Some local militia. Clearly not too happy to have some new competition. I'll go visit old Ma Braithwaite, see what's what.
Why?
We've been making money. The chest is filling up again, slowly but surely. Part of me thinks we just get ourselves good and lost. But we still need a lot more money before that can happen. So, for now, let me go give old Mrs. Braithwaite some of this moonshine as, well, let's call it a peace offering.
Sure.
That was fun, Fenton. We'll make an actor of you yet.
I'll go speak to Dutch.
I wonder how good of a actor Arthur could be.
So, what do you think? About what? The fine folks around these parts. Oh, real nice.
Exactly. On the one side, we have got the Gray family. Scots, degenerates, drunkards, the local law. You couldn't make this stuff up. Rich as Croesus. And on the other, their mortal enemies, the Braithwaites. Moonshiners, hypocritical, both rolling, we believe.
In gold. And in the middle of it all, you got some inbred retelling of Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly.
So what you boys thinking?
We try to rob them both.
You sure?
Why not?
Because we got lawmen in 3 different states after us.
Last thing I want is to get us into trouble, but we need money. Now, we have the opportunity
Of course, Yumi.
here to put ourselves in the middle of something ain't nobody gonna know we was here. Because even without us, these fools are gonna kill each other anyway.
Okay, well...
I always
Hosea's
enjoy
gone back
making
to
new
see
friends.
That Braithwaite woman.
Good.
But you can
Hosea
consider
should
old
definitely
Slacker a
take
friend.
the lead on this. I sent Sean over to Braithwaite Manor, too. Now, you can meet up with them, or join John and Javier at the Gray's place. Something to do with the Braithwaites' prize horses.
Well, how the hell did we get in at the Gray's place?
Sheriff Gray kindly put in a word with his father. It ain't that complicated. We gotta convince each family that we're on their side, and then we rob them both. Before they figure out it was us that done it, and not the other lot, we'll be long gone. Think of it as payback for my daddy.
Oh my God, don't say daddy
I
like
ain't in
that,
the revenge
Dutch.
business, Dutch. Least of all for something happened a long time ago.
That sounds so weird.
I guess we
Payback
all gotta pay for
for
something.
my daddy.
Now, if you will excuse me, Arthur,
do.
I got
Chill.
to write a letter.
I don't ever want to hear him say that again. Let's change his clothes. Poor guy has been rolling in the dirt. Shirts. There we go. Nice clean shirt. Get him some new pants too. Why don't we? Oh, that's what chaps are? Oh, I never knew what chaps were. Put them on, dude. Put it on, Arthur, please. There we go. All of these are too warm. All right, we'll just leave the shirt off or jacket off. Is there a mod to add fox ears? Oh, to Arthur? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Just imagine him running around with some ears. I think using like AI, you can clone Arthur's voice, because I've seen people like make him say things. So put some fox ears on him and a fox tail, and then every once in a while, in the middle of dialogue, he goes ooh woo. Oh. What curse hath I wrought? Oh my god, everyone's in their underwear again. Arthur cosplaying as Slack. That'd be kind of funny. Cowboy Slacky. Okay. We got 3 missions to do. Bill Williamson. Ooh, a bank robbery. All right, let's do a bank robbery. That sounds like fun. An idea for a new outfit. You saying give Slacker a cowboy outfit?
What is it?
I can give him a cowboy hat. You want to see?
We got something cooking you might be interested in.
Not gonna like the sound of this.
Been cooking since Horseshoe, but you went and kicked up all that commotion in Valentine. Now, we was preparing to rob the bank there until you got involved in all that nonsense, and I don't know, I just feel like it's unfinished business.
That wasn't my fault. It was just one of them things.
How come every time I get in trouble, I'm called a fool and an idiot? But when you get in trouble, oh, it's just one of them things.
It's a good point, Arthur.
A very good point.
You like my hat?
Well, what do y'all want me to do?
Hit the goddamn bank with us.
You really think it's
Yeehaw, cowboy.
4 of us can hit the bank easy, but I ain't gonna lie to you. There will be law if we linger.
And if we're serious?
No, just local boys being rounded up and pressed into action.
Meaning?
If we go in quick and quiet, we can hit it just fine. If there's 4 of us, I mean.
Y'all think it's worth the risk?
It's a bank, Arthur.
So? Is the take good?
According to the fella I met, yes. It's the end of the stock sales. Plenty of money and plenty of people milling about.
Okay, I suppose. It's worth taking a look at least.
If I'm gonna be performing, I better go get changed out of these rags. Give me a minute, gentlemen.
Okay. So, Bill, this better be good.
It is good. We put a lot of research into this one.
I hope so.
You know, sometimes I
Mr.
forget
Morgan.
that
There's
Bill
Strauss.
even
That man.
exists.
The debtor,
Why is he in
Thomas
his
Downs, apparently
sleeping
he's dead.
gown?
Dead?
Hope you don't regret
Well, no, he
this.
didn't seem very well.
His wife. I believe he has a
Thank
wife
you for
and
the
child.
subscription,
She
Yumi.
will assume the debt, of course.
Of course.
Welcome to the
head
Gamer
up there
Couch.
and
You are
collect.
now
He
a
lent them
permanent
a lot of
resident
money.
here.
Okay.
Gentlemen, let's go rob
Hope you
ourselves
don't
a
regret
bank.
it.
What's the plan then?
Oh, we're gonna send Karen on in ahead as a distraction. Then we're just gonna rush on in afterwards. Just a small bank in a little town. Nothing that big in way of security. We just need to bring
Now
you
you got a
along
little
as,
fox
insurance
statue next to
policy.
your name.
Yeah, that sounds about
Enjoy
right.
it.
Okay, let's move
I
out.
hope it brings you good luck. Don't rob bank. Bank robber.
So, tell me again about this big can't go wrong plan of yours.
Oh, it can go wrong. Anything can, once the shooting starts.
Well, that's reassuring.
Like I said, we'll see how it looks. If we can get in
All that's
all
left is
right,
join the Discord
we'll
server.
send
Yeah,
Miss
join the
Jones
Discord.
ahead to
Do
the bank.
exclamation mark Discord.
They won't recognize her.
I'll show you boys how it's done.
What are you thinking this time?
I don't know. Fellers always like the lost little girl, but nobody plays a drunken harlot quite like me. It should work.
Once she's got them distracted, we'll move in.
When I was scouting the place the other day,
Are
there
you
was only a couple of
serious?
guards.
We deal with...
That's embarrassing. Come on, really? Streamer bot, what's going on? Hold on, let me check the command. Why didn't it work? That is the command. I don't know why it didn't work for you, though. Didn't work for me either. That's weird. No, it's no stress at all. Don't worry about it. I gotta make sure that this works. Does this one work? None of my commands work? Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, here is the... Here it is. Here's the thing for you. Just go there. I don't know why streamer bot's being weird.
them and any customers who are feeling brave. And you always fancy yourself as the Vault Man, right, Arthur?
Now I see why you brought me.
Hey, I'm more than willing.
Nah, best I do it.
Oh, and did Dutch tell you I've also been cooking up some deals with them Gray Boys?
What? No. What kind of deals?
See, you don't realize, Morgan. I'm out there putting in the work same as you. I've been drinking with them a couple times now. Seems they're looking for some extra security.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Could be something in it for us.
Well, just be smart about it. Got a lot of irons in that fire right now.
Yes, I know, Morgan.
Man, Bill's horse is gigantic. I wonder why he chose a cart horse like that instead of like a fast-running horse. Look at the muscle on that thing. Looks like it could kick your head clean off. My horse is still better, though. You are welcome. Did that work for you? Obrigada? Okay, I'll remember that.
Slow down now.
Oh my goodness, the landscape is so pretty in this game. Look, it's buffalo. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. I think the one thing I would not want to try to eat is a bison. I don't know why. I just feel guilty about it, you know? Pronounced very well. Awesome. Do my best. I think it's all the training in Spanish I've had. Helps me out with the other Latin languages, you know? What are some other words? You can teach me other Brazilian Portuguese words if you want. Just promise me you won't make me say anything weird. I just realized this entire time Lenny's been telling us all to slow down. You hear that? He's like, hey, slow down. Hold up. Like, Lenny, you're okay, buddy. Don't worry. Also, it's kind of awkward that nobody's talking. You guys want to have a conversation, or are we just going to listen to this suspenseful music the entire time? Oh, I don't think you're mean. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I mean more like, you know, sometimes people like to play tricks on me, you know? But not in a malicious way. And I don't think there are any strange words I could teach you in English. You could pretty much find them all online.
You're all right, boy.
Man, this music is too suspenseful. We haven't even done nothing yet.
Good morning.
Hello there.
Yeah, I know you would. Don't worry. I trust you. I mean, why would anybody subscribe to somebody's channel and then go and play mean tricks on them, right?
Let's leave the horses here off the main drag.
All right, gentlemen. Here we are.
We definitely don't look like bank robbers, do we?
Get ready. Karen, go to work.
Of course. All right, keep it cool and follow me, fellers.
You hear that? I'm a feller.
So, we never decided. Is it lost little girl you want, or the drunken harlot?
Be a good girl.
I think I'd like to see the little girl lost.
So even you long to save the fallen women, eh, Arthur? You break my heart. You really do.
If you're ready, get going.
Good luck, gentlemen.
We got this.
I'm not sure this is quite the place. He said he loved
Okay, we're going.
No, hold on. Wait till she's gotten real down.
Would you care? I'm with child, and it's... I don't
want to go back to the workhouse.
You guys gonna put your masks on?
Get your goddamn hands up! This is a goddamn robbery!
Nobody move!
Stay right there.
Nobody move! Don't make us hurt you! Here! Unlock the door!
Wait, who? Me? Her? Okay. Tell me what to do.
It's unlocked. We're good.
Oh, you think we're here? Come on! Open the goddamn vault! Open it!
Beat? Okay, I beat. Open it.
How's it looking? Are you in?
Nearly. This son of a bitch needs to get a move on.
Okay. Okay.
Too
Do it.
slow. Too goddamn slow.
Third time's the charm.
Son of a bitch, hurry up. Come on.
Okay.
You want him to get kicked by a buffalo? Why? Why? You do not like that Arthur robs a bank.
Someone come make sure the chute behaves himself in here.
Come here. Open the lockboxes now!
The manager does that.
God damn it! Now what?
Guess I'll crack them or blow them up. Keep an eye out. I'll be as quick as I can.
Crack safes. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I think I should be able to crack these.
All right, but you better be quick. You shut the hell up and
Gonna be a little
stay
mini
still.
game. As you rotate the safe dial, rotation on L will slow down. Okay.
Hey, keep still. If I see that leg move again, you get a bullet in it.
There we go.
Come on, come on.
How much time do you think we got?
Dang it, I should have just blown him open, huh?
I'm going as fast as I can. This is slower, but it's
The kitty was
quiet.
asking for food.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, my kitty's she's a glutton. She's constantly asking for food, even though we feed her.
Hey, watch him there.
Don't worry. I see him. I'll go check the front.
How's it looking there?
Good.
Told you.
Don't count your chickens just yet.
Please, let me go. I won't say nothing. I swear.
Shut the hell up and stay where you are.
You have an orange kitty? Aw. My kitty's a mix. Hey, Aki. Oh, your phone died.
Few more minutes.
Well, welcome back. And yes, I got the cowboy hat on. Somebody wanted to see it.
That's another one cleared. This is looking good.
You charging your phone now, Aki?
Nearly there.
Okay, you reckon that's enough now?
Maybe. It's never enough.
Well, I am ready to get the hell out of here whenever you are.
Pudding? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. My kitty's name is Pepper.
Last one.
Good. We gotta move.
She's a mix. She's gray, white, and orange. She's a mix between a calico and a tabby. So they're called calibes.
I think we're fine. Come on, I'll lead the way.
Let's go. Everybody, stay calm. All of you count to 100 and keep your mouth shut. You understand me?
Nobody suspected a thing. Come on, a little quicker, guys. Come on, move a little quicker. Ain't like we just robbed a bank or nothing.
And look, over there.
What are you shooting for? They didn't know it was us.
All right. Yeah! Right! Get the hell out of here!
And now I can get my, rifle. Yeah. Now the heads will roll.
We got more coming in!
And the bodies drop.
You see any more of them?
What? Where are they?
God. There's more of them!
Oh, nice shot. Putting in Loki, a chubby gray cat. Aw, that sounds so cute. How old are they? I think we should split up, don't you guys think? Seems kind of dangerous to be all running like this, especially since I'm the one with the money.
There's more of them! Come on, get across! Gotta beat that train, Morgan!
Ooh, that was close. Wedding was supposed to be Thor themed to match Loki. But he was too cute and cuddly to be Thor. Well, I mean, Thor can be cuddly. Haven't you seen the Marvel movies?
Gentlemen, that was
Stupid and dangerous. Thank you, Bill.
We're alive and we're paid. I don't see the problem.
And that is the problem. Still, this is a very good take. That you'll be happy, even if it did come with a heap of trouble.
ah, it was fun.
Well, maybe you're right.
How much did I get?
Go on, get out of here. I have some other business to attend to. Don't head directly back to camp, and make sure you ain't followed. Okay. Mrs. Downs.
Mrs. Downs? Oh.
Yeah.
A tuberculosis wife. He doesn't look like. Oh, you watch out, Turkey! Oh,
Easy there.
you okay, Turkey? He's fine. He's just sleeping.
Yep.
See what I mean by the animals keep committing freaking insurance fraud? Jumping in front of me like that? No, not Rip Turkey Aki. Shh. Just you. He's fine. He's just sleeping. He jumped in front of me, okay? They're trying to commit insurance fraud.
Yeah!
None of you saw nothing, okay? And if you think you saw something, you didn't.
Yeah!
Yeah.
What I want to know is, like, how did people remember directions and stuff like this back in the day? Like, did they seriously remember every little landmark? What happened if there was like a storm and it blew down all the trees and rocks and stuff? How do you get home? I mean, I'm sure like your horse would remember how to get home, but like, yeah, same here, Aki. I already have a terrible sense of direction, and I have a freaking computer GPS in my pocket at all times. Hi, doggy. Oh, look at you.
You okay, boy?
Oh, ain't you a cutie? Ain't you a cutie? An illustration. Oh, an illustration of your kitties? Alright, I'll take a look later. That sounds adorable. Do you do all of your own art?
And you come back here, aren't you? I nearly paid off what was owed.
Your husband knew the rules when he took that money. Now, I'm real sorry about the way things turned out. But he had a choice. Ain't my fault about the way the world is.
He didn't have a choice. He was good and he did good. There wasn't no choice in that. And you've as good as killed him yourself, and don't kid yourself. You had a choice.
You speak as if killing was something I cared about.
You ever wonder about eternity? You should.
I hope it's hot and terrible, Mrs. Downs. Otherwise, I'll feel I've been sold a false bill of goods. Now, please, give me that money. Either you got a lazy
Was that a question?
eye
Oh,
or
sorry.
lack of respect.
That's
Which is it, boy?
I asked, do you do your own art?
No respect for the likes of you.
Well, maybe
I
when your
told you
mother's
used the
finished
stars in
mourning
the
your
direction of
father,
the sun.
I'll keep
Oh
you in
my
black
goodness.
on your behalf. You think on that, boy?
Like the
Maybe you shall, sir. And maybe
the
other
old
events
navigators
transpire.
and the old sailors back in the
best
day,
stick
how
to
they
them books, because
used
mark
the
my
stars
words on
and
this.
make like mental
Vengeance is
maps
an
of where
idiot's
everything
game.
was.
Ah, Mrs. Downs,
That is
thank
like
you
super
for your
cool.
punctuality. It's next to godliness, isn't it?
That's cleanliness.
I'll have to take your word on that. Good day.
Oh, you commissioned them? Oh, okay. Okay. You forgot. Yeah, that'd be me too. Can you imagine someone trying to teach us how to use like the sun and the stars to like do directions and stuff? Couldn't be me. They'd be like, follow that star, and then like if you see that star cross across those stars there, then you're going the wrong way. Just keep heading in that direction. It's like, just give me a street sign or something. Hello, Aspen Gaming. Welcome, welcome. How are you? $20,000. We got 2,000 smackers from that one. I cannot wait to buy new clothes. Hold on, how do I... Oh, I can't do it in camp. Wanted to check my guns and clean them off. Good to hear, good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. You intend to do it in the future? You know, I've been trying my best to force myself to learn to draw, but I am such a slacker. You found your Tifa cosplay. Do you do any professional cosplaying, Aki? Or is it just for fun? Yes, do it. Wear your cosplay. Patience is key. If I had any of that.
Good evening.
This old fox has got no patience left at all. But I do have a tablet, so you know, what I gotta do one of these days is just like find the mental capacity to just like sit down and start teaching myself drawing. Hey, what's up, Zephyr? Oh, what's up? How you doing? It was for fun? Oh, okay, okay.
There we go. Yeah, good boy.
I wanna do some cosplaying of my own. I got ideas, but they are characters that do not have costumes that exist. How you doing, Zephyr? I seem to be patient. Really? Is that what you get from me? You get patience from me? Well, that's interesting. I guess in some way I'm just being a little bit facetious. You know, like I find myself far more patient than the average person. And I'm not trying to like humble brag or anything, I promise. It's just, you ever go into like a fast food restaurant and you see someone yelling at the freaking cashier because they got like 19 nuggets instead of 20, and you're just sitting there thinking like, that could never be me. Sometimes you're so patient that people get angry with you. What? How can you get angry at a patient person? Who do I want to cosplay? Okay, so Aki, do you know about a MMO called Mabinogi? There's a character in there. His name is Tarlock. He's a wizard. Oh, you do? So I want to cosplay Tarlock. But there are no costumes that exist, so I have to make it myself. You don't think they're taking it seriously? Okay.
Hey, fellas. I have a meeting with Mrs. Braithwaite. My associates are already here.
All right, that's enough. Move along now.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that people get frustrated with your patience. But you know what? You just kill them with more patience. Just, I'm also kind of a petty person. So, you know, somebody's like getting angry because of something like that, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do it more. I should do it, shouldn't I, Aki? I'm just thinking about how to do it because Tarlock's costume comprises of 2 different robes. One of them being his muffler robe and the other one being his actual robe underneath. The glasses and the hair are no problem. But I am no seamstress.
In, sir. This way, sir.
They think that you don't care. Oh, is it because you act like you kind of have like a nonchalant attitude?
So,
like you just,
friend,
you're just kind of like, oh, it doesn't matter. You know,
man.
something bad happened.
We're just
I'll
playing
just
cribbage.
roll through it.
Arthur
Everything
Morgan,
will be
Mrs.
fine.
Catherine Braithwaite.
Nice to see you again.
Because I'm kind of the same.
Apparently. So this one, he is big and as dumb as he looks?
Well, he's surely big, but his intelligence is a matter of some conjecture. Some say he is as dumb as he looks, but I think, well, he's not quite that dumb.
Wow, thank you,
So
Hosea.
these are the boys going to Caliga Hall?
Yes, we
There's
can
some
take
things
care
I
of
can
that
find.
for you,
Yeah,
but
that
one
and
hates to be
also
coarse. There is the question of money.
What was the other one?
Oh, we've got money, Mr. Matthews.
Paper, bonds, metal.
I completely
She
forgot.
ain't gonna
Who
pay
was it?
you with a certified check, you Yankee numbskull.
Ain't childbirth just the most beautiful miracle?
There was another
Seems a
character.
lady can birth monkeys
Now I can't
after
remember
all.
who it is. Anyways, but also I've been told I could probably pull off a cosplay of Arthur. How's the weather here? It is cold and rainy.
Fill you in on the way. No, I'm driving. Fine.
Do you use Celsius or Fahrenheit in Brazil? Because if you use Celsius, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to tell you the temperature. But I can tell you that right now it's about 38 degrees Celsius. It is real cold here.
Ready? Let's get out of here.
I should. Are you trying to encourage me? Oh wait, I'm driving? Okay. Mrs. Braithwaite, you can almost smell her crispy burnt flesh. Yeah, I mean, She grows tobacco, so she probably smokes a lot. So yeah, she does look like an old leather handbag, doesn't she?
Fucker. Okay. So what's she got us doing at the Gray's place?
It's raining quite a lot, but it's hot rain. Oh.
What?
Yeah, because you live in a tropical area, huh?
Moonshine?
Hot rain.
Said it'd be fitting, she did. All I'm thinking is how about I try
I don't know which I would prefer. Freezing cold rain like here, or hot, suffocating rain. Well, you know what? At least in the freezing cold rain, you can just put on a bunch of, you can just bundle up. Right? Put on a thick jacket, some thick pants, and then you're fine.
Jose knows what he's doing.
Does he though?
Yeah, I said Fahrenheit. I said 38 Fahrenheit.
So far, we've destroyed the Braithwaite still.
It's 38 Celsius. Ain't that like 90 something?
Which I'm very much looking forward to, by the way.
Ain't that like 90 something degrees Fahrenheit? If that were cold to me, then I'd be a literal demon.
We're just gonna drive on in there, is that it?
Don't worry.
But if I said Celsius, then that was a slip of the tongue.
All the time with supplies, equipment, payroll. Especially now they've taken on all that extra muscle. We're making a delivery. That's all. Just leave
I said Celsius. Yeah. Okay, I'm a dummy then. Yeah, no, 38 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Like what? 10 degrees or something? I don't know. Ain't too good in the math department. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Where are you from, Zephyr? If you don't mind me asking. You know, it's kind of weird when Sean is all quiet like this because he's such a chatterbox normally. Air conditioning here. Yeah. Ain't air conditioning one of the best things? Like, it gets pretty hot here. Usually about, like, about 99 to about 105 here. That's Fahrenheit, by the way. So, it's real nice being outside where it's super hot. And then, you walk into a building where it's got air conditioning. And you're just like, oh, I don't want to leave this place. This is too nice.
You know what?
You're in the UK.
I'll go hiding back.
You didn't read Fahrenheit. Yeah, no, I know. You guys don't use Fahrenheit.
Into a fight before we're ready. I will try. Yes. Try and do
Trust
an
me,
impression of a
you'd have no complaints from me if the US suddenly switched over to metric. I don't care either way. But yeah. I just can't do the math.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Oh, Foxy's a bit laggy.
At the saloon.
What you talking about?
Well, I'm delivering the supplies.
You're not the usual driver.
You want a bottle, friend? Here. Have a wee drop. I'm new. I mean you no harm. I've come from Donegal, in Ireland.
You don't say.
Why are you laughing so much?
They said you'd understand. Some kind of incident at the saloon in town. I was told to bring this up here. Ask no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Sort of business. Before the officials got there, they said.
Okay. Drive this way. I'll show you how to get there.
Mobile keypad expands. The rampant type. Is it messing up your typing? Yeah, don't worry. I got big old thumbs. Anytime I'm trying to type to somebody, it looks like complete gibberish. Thank God for autocorrect, am I right?
I'm not as fine as Connemara, but fine nonetheless.
My people come from
As
Scotland.
soon as you step outside your room, it hits 30C.
And I
What is that,
are
like
nearly brothers.
92, 93 Fahrenheit? Oh boy. But down there, it's probably, it's more about the humidity, isn't it? Because it gets more humid.
Just over
And
here.
in
Yeah,
that
straight
heat,
down the
it's
path
probably
here.
really
Just
uncomfortable.
kidding, so I can barely keep track of all these deliveries
I live in a
coming
valley here in California, so it gets really dry.
I jumped at the chance.
The dry
I've never
heat.
been a
Ugh.
feller to kick a bit of honest work out of
I don't know
bed.
what's worse, humid heat or dry
So,
heat.
You folks been having a hard time of it, have you?
Yeah, Mr. Gray's got a heap of problems right now with another family around here. Bunch of covetous lowdowns trying to sabotage his livelihood. Disgusting.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that, Hamish. Sounds like you definitely deserve that drink.
You don't know the half of it. Just in there.
Right there.
Santa Catarina. Ooh. And he said that's right near the beach? That sounds lovely. How far away is that from Rio de Janeiro?
Oh, the horse is like a swift one, do they?
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's grand.
Moist heat is worse. With dry heat, you can escape it with shade. You know, that's true.
Quite a
Because
place you boys have got here. Reminds me of one of them.
when it's like super humid, you can't like sweat that much, and it's harder to get cool. So yeah, that's very true.
Because some folks got all the money. They can build quite the fanciest places imaginable, eh? Well, the average man sups on shite, yeah? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Sean, you ain't gotta stab the poor guy.
Come on, Arthur. What are you playing at?
I was enjoying the monologue. I'm glad I'm not your brother.
Where?
Let's get on with this.
I'm not the one who was dawdling.
Dude, I literally got up to him and then you stabbed him. $946 kilometers. Ah, so quite a ways away, huh?
Good. Nearly got these things ready.
Okay.
So what's 14 hours? Oh my goodness. That is a big country.
Out there. Here's how
I can drive from one end of California to the other in about 8 or 9
You
hours.
head over to the dry barn.
Sure. And you?
So 14 hours, that's quite a bit.
Themselves.
All right,
We coat
Cam.
everything in
You have a good night, my
moonshine,
friend.
and then we
Thank you for
light
being
things
here.
up with these little fellers here. Thankfully, it ain't rained, and that old barn over there should go up like a torch.
How many of these boys you think you need?
This should do it. Let's head out the back.
Molotov cocktails.
Look, once they get wind of us,
Don't burn
there'll
it
be no turning back, so move quickly.
Of course. I'm rebel stock, boy. I was born burning down manor houses.
We'll burn quietly.
Quiet. There's someone coming on the left.
Oh, hey. Well, I
Rio
thought the wagon
Grande do
already
Sul.
arrived.
Cold place for a hot one. Ooh. Or are you more used? Are you more suited to cold climate?
Probably by the supply shed at the back of the fields.
Sure. See you later.
You hear that? Hero.
Yeah. Let's get this job done first, okay?
Because I've lived
Just let me
in
deal with our friend
heat my entire life. I used to live down in San Diego, which is the in Southern California, right near
You
Mexico.
douse the fields. I'll meet you at the barn.
It was real warm down there. Here you go, little plants. Drink up. I got some nice whatever this is. Just pretend that this is water, okay, little plants? Drink up, drink up. You're gonna grow nice and strong. I'm definitely not gonna burn you down, so don't worry. Okay, how do I get this guy out of the way? Oh, like that. I just asked nicely. You can tolerate cold as long as there's brightness. Well, yeah, up in the UK, it's mostly raining for you guys, ain't it? Took you a while to get used to it. I can imagine. Watering the plants. Being a good little cowboy. I gotta make sure I don't startle this guy. You don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. There's a lot of stuff in this jar. It's like
next.
Infinite. Oh wait, no, never mind. It says up in the corner, 54%. I thought I could just pour infinitely. The infinite. No, this is alcohol. It's called moonshine. It's illegal alcohol. And it might as well be gasoline though, because it is strong stuff. Get him, Sean. Get him.
Or you can get a quick dousing as well.
Okay, guys, don't worry. He just got a little neck piercing. You think you understand? Yeah. Alcohol.
Think she'll go, Arthur?
Cerveza. Oh.
After you, sir.
On move.
Go on then. Yeah. Now let's burn those bloody fields to the ground.
Somebody shoot him already!
Burn, baby, burn.
Not right now. We got company.
Dead Inferno. 3 a.m. and you're not sleepy? Aw, are you still anxious about your studying? There we go. Those will burn nicely. Why does the game always choose my worst rifle? Oh my god, hit him. For crying out loud. Eek.
There goes out right out of here.
The wagon we saw come in earlier. You nicked the horses.
I burned the plants. I know. I hate it. I'm sorry. Hey, thank you for the Rozaki. You enjoyed talking to me. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear I didn't bore you to death. Sometimes I tell people when they come into my chat and they say, oh, I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm like, oh, just hang out here for a bit. I'll bore you to sleep. But it looks like I had the opposite effect on you. Ouchies.
Come on! Where are these bastards coming from?
If you say so, Aki.
They seem to be taking
I'm
away.
glad though.
This is a goddamn mess.
I'm happy to know that people can feel safe here.
We're there. See if the payroll is actually in there. Hurry up.
Oh, cut the horse free? Go. Go, horsey, go.
We did good. Great, well, let's go.
Come on, Sean, let's go. 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 You feel like you're starting to understand more? Awesome.
Let's get the hell out of here fast.
Well, the best way to learn anything is to immerse yourself. So the best way to learn English would be to immerse yourself in, with an English speaker. You guys think they know it was me? What's wild is that Arthur's gonna stroll up here soon and be like, "Hey, how's it going, guys? I heard about your fields getting burned down. Haha. Oh, that sucks. Gee, I wonder who would have done that." They're like, "We ain't stupid, boy. We saw you."
You call that a party? That Braithwaite had got our money's worth, Arlie. Let's just get out of here first.
How awful. Yeah, well, this ain't exactly a game about being the good guy, you know what I mean? We are outlaws. Bad guys. A word I'd like to learn in Portuguese? Oh, man. There's like a billion different words.
I think we lost them.
I think,
That we did.
you could teach me useful phrases.
Sure.
Something that I would need to know if I ever went to Brazil.
I hope him and Jose are right and that there's some money at the end of it.
Well, what now?
Head on back to camp.
You coming?
Sure.
Oh, and Arthur just stopped. There we go. But do forgive my pronunciation. I will do my best, but I might goof up. I've tried learning like Chinese pronunciations of some of their words. I feel like you kind of have to have like this might sound kind of weird. You like need the mouth for it, if that makes any sense. Like you're Mandarin or Cantonese. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I like I've seen some words in like for example, whenever I'm playing like Wuthering Waves, I'm trying to like you know, learn to pronounce some of those words. Bon dia. I don't know how to say that word. Is that mu? Yeah, I don't know how to say that. Mon name is Slacker. You'll have to teach me how to pronounce those. You know what's funny? From context, I probably would have figured that out. But thank you. You used to speak it fluently? Mandarin?
Arthur.
That's pretty cool, Aki. I have a friend from Singapore. She's my artist. Every once in a while, I'll show her a word. I'll be like, "How do you pronounce this?"
Of course I'm sweating.
And then she'll hop into a call with me and be like, "You pronounce it like this." And I'm like,
I
can't do that.
What Trelawney said about these
She's like, "Yeah, no. You kind of have to like either really practice the pronunciation, or you kind of just have to be born being able to like, you know, I don't know how to explain it.
You should pay Mr. Trelawney
Like my mouth is used to like English and Spanish words."
He spoke to. Take Charles with you. Oh,
A lot of practice. I'd imagine it's not impossible. Excuse me, man. What are you doing in your underwear?
Okay.
I don't think I should be seeing this, madam. Oh, you think so, Yumi? Okay. feel sometimes like one of the things you got to get over when you're learning a language is that you're going to pronounce things terribly.
Charles, I need you for some business in town. Come on.
Okay.
Like when I first, when I was trying to learn Japanese, the pronunciations were all over the place. But I think just like listening to people constantly speak it, I'm like, oh, this is how you say this. Okay. And so now I think I would say I'm pretty good. I just got to learn the actual language. Not just the phrases that I hear from anime, you know? Because they say that's actually the worst way to learn it. I don't know how true that is, but they say that's the worst way to learn Japanese because it is very slang. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought so.
Dutch wants us to have a talk with Trelawney.
How do I say that first one? Yumi?
Hoping he can tell us who they are or where they're coming.
Is that similar to the French word
And you're deputies now.
Something like that.
Uma raposa. Is it raposa fox?
We laid eyes on that fool of a sheriff who runs that town.
That's funny because in Spanish fox is zorro. Zorro. He sometimes like throw my R's.
Interesting.
Hiding in plain sight, Dutch calls it.
Yeah, I feel like
spirits seem good in the new camp. I mean,
you try to learn Japanese from anime, then you go to Japan, and you try to speak it, and they're gonna be like, "What is wrong with you? Why do you talk like that?
Dutch don't seem too worried about it.
You sound like a hillbilly."
They're still coming after us. We didn't even get away with the money.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Of course. Trelawney. I've only met him a couple times, but he's a strange one.
So that would be Uso Uma Raposa.
He's just a cockroach in fancy breeches.
Does that mean I am a fox? What does a fox say?
Before he scurries off again.
It says, "Hey there, thank you for coming to my stream. I appreciate you very much." Wondering what was tapping my chair. It's my kitty. Look at that. Look at me being all good at pronouncing things. I'm still the deputy sheriff.
Just up here.
I haven't done anything though. I've done nothing but break the law. Polyglot? Oh man, I hope so. I've heard learning multiple languages staves off Alzheimer's by a lot.
Someone got here first.
So it seems.
By the looks of things, it wasn't a social call.
Check the house.
You know, the dirt aside, like the rundownness, this is actually kind of a cute little house. I would definitely live in a place like this. Obviously cleaner and more repaired. But like, I don't know, it just looks really cute. It looks like a little witch's caravan.
Big struggle. Pretty recently, I'd say. I guess maybe 12 hours ago.
Until what time do I plan to stay live? That's okay, you can ask. That's fine. I would say probably... What button does it want me to push? There we go. Probably like another 20 or so minutes. Because it's 10 p.m. for me. And I gotta head to work in the morning. I got my big boy job. Casa is how? Oh, so it's the same as in Spanish.
How's your tracking these?
Guess. Well,
Mi casita.
lead the way then. Not the kind of place I'd expect to see Trelawney staying in. No? Normally scams himself into the best hotel in town.
You know, when me and Javier went down with Trelawney to get Sean, after the bar fight, I swear, he talked the whole way and never actually said a damn thing.
I thought you knew. That's his special talent. They could be 20 miles away by now.
We can track them that far if we need to. Depends on how much you want to find them.
Yeah. I still ain't sure about that.
See? They must have crossed over the
Pequeña,
tracks.
small. Actually, there's no Enya there.
These tracks lead into the
So is it
forest
pequeña? Or is it the same as Spanish pequeña?
This way, Arthur.
Okay, sorry, Charles. You know better than me. Do I work from home? Sometimes. Like, probably Friday I'll be working from home. Sometimes sometimes I try to stream early on the weekends, but it depends on what I'm able to do.
Yeah. Have you seen him? We're looking for our friend.
I don't think he's here.
You seen a strange sort of feller? Sort of formal?
Strange? Sure. Formal? Nah.
Yeah, it's spot on, Yumi. Yeah, I work in IT.
Looks a lot like this one.
All right, you two. Where the hell is he? You both better get out of here. Come here.
My hat. What was that swing, bro?
Who do you think you are?
Dun, 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 dun. Give me my hat back. Give me my hat. There we go. You don't understand, but you think it's cool? Hey, that's the best, right? It's okay if you don't understand anything, as long as you're having fun. I gotta move my camera a bit, because I cannot see the prompts.
You better tell me now, you son of a bitch. Okay, for Christ's sake. They took him to a cabin over by the cornfields. Which cornfields? Left. Down the path there by Braithwaite Manor.
Wait, why is that bad honor? I didn't choke him. I just punched him.
That should do it.
Whatever. Guess we gotta be realistic about it. Arthur ain't the goodest man.
Come on, let's go. You're okay, boy.
Follow me. I think there's a way around so we don't have to go through the Braithwaite's place.
Yes. I've spent enough time there. After you, then.
You okay?
I'm good.
What do you think they want with Trelawney?
Could be any one of 100 things. Just depends if any of them involve us.
Yeah.
You think he'll talk?
I'm not a programmer. I try my best. I do a little bit of dabbling, but my specialty is in like hardware repair. Like right now I'm working in general IT, which basically means like I fix like software, hardware, stuff like that, but I don't really do any programming. My schooling is in hardware repair.
Kind of.
So like you show me a computer that has hardware problems and I can diagnose it for you.
Don't worry. If he talked,
Programming makes you so mad. Me too, Aki. Like you're trying to tell the computer, like, this is what I want you to do. And the computer
Nothing's
goes,
ever straightforward where
no.
Trelawney's involved. Learn that much.
And there's like all these rules and all these like all this syntax that you have to remember. It's like, I hate this.
Both lucky and unlucky at the same time. That's one way
There was a programming language I saw which supposedly takes plain English. Like you don't have to learn all of those like
I guess that's a special talent.
you don't have to learn like functions or whatever, like, you know, you have using all the punctuation and whatnot. You just in plain English you write the programming, and the computer supposedly knows how to put that into machine language. Well, thank you, Yumi. I do my best. I want to learn Python and Java, mostly because I can do a lot of like stream stuff with it. But it's like for now I gotta rely on things other people wrote, you know, because it's like I don't know what I'm doing.
That must be it.
Java's pretty fun. I gotta learn it. My my website runs off of Java to do a lot of the little neat things it does.
Let's get you out of here.
You're selling graphic design while trying to sell your commissions. Do they make you learn programming, Yumi?
That the lot of them?
I think so.
So you're alive.
Allegedly.
Well, don't worry, they won't be for much longer.
Look, go get them, Arthur. I can handle this.
Come on, Charles, you can get them. You're faster than that.
Who knows what he told them? Let's get after those sons of bitches. Quick, find them.
Look at the birds. Go that way.
What birds? Those birds?
Where the hell are they?
What part did you not understand, Yumi? Sorry. Come on, you guys, you're somewhere here.
Where are you?
Where are you?
I think I heard something this way.
I see one of them. There you are.
Out of here while you still can. You wait till I find you.
Where are you? There he is. God, this is like hunting aliens through the freaking cornfield. Where are you? Ow! Shoot me like that. Must be out your goddamn mind.
I will find you, bastards.
Don't worry, Yumi. I probably forgot too.
You're making a big mistake.
Dude, be quiet. I can hear you.
Over there, where the birds are.
There you are. Arthur, aim at him for crying out loud.
Where the hell are they?
Why so much violence? Sorry, I had to take it out on him somehow.
You and your friend up there.
Hey, check over here.
Where the hell are you? We know who you are, and we're coming for you. We got one more, Charles.
Really? One more? Are they playing hide and seek? Yeah, hide and seek. a really, really extreme game of hide and seek, where they hide and my bullets seek them. Come on, where are yous? Where are yous? Chiquitita. My kitty's causing trouble. But my trap worked. Because she keeps climbing on things that she's not supposed to, so I set a trap. She fell for it. We got plenty of places for her to climb too, so there's no excuses for her doing these shenanigans.
Yumi Blom wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay, I'll hydrate after this, okay, Yumi? Where is this guy? Oh my gosh. Did you find him, Charles? But what programming languages have you found learned, Aki?
He's dumped his gear. Look around. He can't have gone far.
Hey, yeah, you like that? Is that funny? He calls me a thirsty bitch. Only in the cornfields. Okay, got it. Fine.
You see anything?
Nothing yet, buddy. At least this guy has the sense to be quiet, unlike his friends. Did you hear Aki? Yes. I said, what other languages have you learned? Programming languages. Don't forget to drink. Yeah, I will. After this. Oh my gosh, where is this guy? Where did you go? Did Charles pinpoint him? And I need a dog for this. We gotta hunt this guy down. What? Where did you come from?
He's mine! Let me take him. You get out of here.
You have my friend.
He's not your friend. I'll give you money.
Be quiet.
Oh, nice throw, Charles. Hell yeah. Okay, I'll drink some water now.
You should have taken the money. I know. I'm a fool. Shit.
There you go. Thank you for the hydrate.
Of course. You okay? Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, that was really good aim. Ouch. Oh, are these...
Gunshots are coming from that barn! You're wide open there!
He's backing off inside! Get after him! There he is! Take him out!
Do it. Do it.
I got you now!
Roll on down the stairs.
Alright, let's
Ooh,
go
a
back for
rare
Toronto.
rolling block rifle? What's
You
the
all right?
difference?
Yeah.
Dude,
Never goes easy, does it? Sure don't. Come on.
Let's go see how badly they beat up the slippery feller.
No, I want the gun, not the hat.
Guess we'll soon find out.
Seems like we can't catch a break now, Arthur.
Our luck's held this long. We got out of worse scrapes than this one.
So I heard.
Am I pushing the wrong button?
Sure. What's government agents and bounty hunters to us?
There we
I hope
go.
you're right.
Jesus. That was annoying.
Daddy, yes!
You like the
Mr.
sounds?
Trelawney, where are you?
Over here, dear boy.
There's other ones at the bottom. If you scroll to the bottom near my like
still here,
description
at
and
least.
everything, you'll see some full screen ones
You
at the
okay?
very bottom.
Never finer.
So, who was they?
They were bounty hunters. Attached to Cole Stoudemire.
Okay.
They weren't looking for me, per se.
What you tell them?
Not much. I told them I was an intellectual. Come down here from Oregon, looking for a job at the university. Of course, they didn't believe me. Seems you stirred up quite a hornet's nest in Blackwater.
So I keep hearing.
It might be best if I stay with you, gentlemen, for a while. Can't go back to that caravan now.
All right, Charles. You take Trelawney back to camp. I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
There always seems to be more and more civilization. I want to get back in the open country of the West, or what's left of it, but well, even that ain't
Oh,
the way I
Brazilian
remember
fox
it.
play with my friends splash on the ground, lol.
You found the talk to Foxy button. You know, if I had the ability to go back in time and have as much money as Arthur does right now, I would go and invest in, like, I would buy like a house in like San Francisco or something. Like, cause right now in 1899, San Francisco is just a small little like fishing village basically. Oh my goodness, look at you. You're a woman of many talents. I had to learn C++ for school, and I hated it. Okay, friends. This is where I depart for the night. You don't like them? Your parents force you to do it, learn? Ah. Darn parents. But hey, you know, a couple of those are actually really useful. Like, you know, Java, JavaScript, HTML, Python. You learn the, you get real good at those, and you can make your own stream stuff. You won't need to commission no one to do it for you. That's what my plan is. I want to learn Python, HTML, and JavaScript, and Java. I want to learn all those. You bundle them together, you become a full stack VTuber. You'd still commission anyways. Same here. Yes, Yumi, go to sleep. You need to head off to bed now since it's so late for you. But yeah, I'm gonna head off too. But stick around because I'm going to raid out on Twitch. But I'm gonna say goodnight to TikTok real quick. Good night, Aki. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see, what's today? Wednesday. Okay, so tomorrow's Thursday. There won't be a stream tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday. I got stuff I got to take care of after work and all that other stuff. You know, fun adult things. But I'll be back Friday, Saturday. You know, the whole shebang. Take care of your guys. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a good day tomorrow, and I will see you back here Friday. All right. Okay, Twitch. We're gonna raid out. You will, Yumi, you will. You will see me more and more. So just to let you know, the usual schedule is Monday. So it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Those are my definitely streaming days, unless I say otherwise in the Discord server. Tuesday and Thursday are kind of like my 50-50 days, you know, whether or not I need to take care of stuff after work and whatnot. Sunday is my no stream day at all. I don't stream. I take that whole day off. So expect to see me those days, okay? You'll write it down? Okay, awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and raid out real quick, and then I will say goodnight to you guys. Give me 1 sec to get back to my stream. There we go. But thank you for my 2 new followers, by the way. I appreciate you guys very much. We got more Red Dead going on if you guys want to watch some more Red Dead. I'm looking for more VTubers. I usually prefer raiding VTubers simply because, you know, we gotta stick together. But I will usually raid other non-VTubers as well. Flesh tubers, as they're called. That's so weird. Don't actually call them flesh tubers. That sounds like a disease. Okay, so none of my friends are streaming right now, it looks like. So it looks like we're going to... Yeah, okay, nobody's on. I'm going to raid the first person I see, which is this guy. Oh, he's playing Red Dead Online. Okay, that should be fun. I think you should enjoy that because it'll be a lot more action than what was going on my stream. Alright, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are fantastic. And please take care of yourselves. I'll see you Friday. Is that ciao? Is that goodbye? Okay. Cool. Gotcha. I'll remember that one then. Alrighty then. Have a good night, okay? And be sure to get plenty of sleep. And I'll see you guys Friday. Bye.